Hey guys, so I wanted to come on here and redo this video that I tried to do this morning before I went into work. Kind of do a mid-March update as to what's going on with the channel. And I know I've done I've done, a lot of updates this month, but again, this month has been one of those unusual months so far to where you don't know what's going to happen next. You know what I'm saying? But the reason I'm also wanting to do this is because I want to let you guys know that as of today, my mom is going to go back to her Bible study. She returned to it late last year, early this year, and she's been going ever since, with a few exceptions here and there. So unless something comes up, she is going to be going to Bible study tonight. Now what's crazy about that is, according to the transit app, normally what would be a 5:26 p.m. pickup for me looks like, unless it's got its circuits crossed, looks like it could be a 5:08 pickup, which is kind of weird, if you know what I mean. It's kind of weird. I mean, the fact that it says that I will be picked up within that time frame when I first looked at it is surprising. It really is. As I go back and look at this now, and see, it now says 56. I don't know, I gotta see if it corrects itself. Like I said, I think sometimes it's information, its circuits get crossed sometimes. Now it says 56, so it must have got its circuits crossed or something, because now 56 basically does appropriately say 5:25, so I'm guessing it got its circuits crossed or something along the way. I'm not really sure. I don't know why it even said that. That was kind of weird, you know, because it picks me up and then basically it gets me to Patterson at 6:33, all depending, and then from Patterson, let's see what it says here. Okay, from Patterson, it would drop me off at my location, or at least close to it, by at least 7:30. So I would basically have the house to myself, depending on, like I said, who the driver is and where they drop me off. I could have the house to myself for, I would say, on the average, a half hour at most, 40 minutes, an hour at most, I should say. Because if I'm dropped off on a set of eucalyptus, then that means I have to walk for about maybe 13 minutes on average back home, get in there, kind of turn the computer on, let it do its thing, pick up the doggy pads, get my dog to go out and go use the facilities if she still has to go, or if she has to go after, being at home for a while, even though she went this morning. I should, like I said, I should have the house to myself for about, I would say on average, almost an hour. Because what my mom does is even though the Bible study will end apparently around 8:15, unless something comes up, she likes to talk with, her friends, her church friends, and kind of update them on stuff and everything, see how they're doing. So, normally, from what I can tell, she gets home by at least 9 at the most, so a little around 9 at the most. So what that means for me, like I said, is I will probably have the house to myself, or at least on average, I would say, for a comfortable I would say a very more likely 80 to 90 minutes. It's basically an hour and a half. Basically 80 minutes to an hour and a half is what I'll have the house for. And the reason I bring all this up is because of the fact that this will now allow me to go back and get some content out for you guys more so than I ever have before. Not saying I never have gotten content out for you guys, but it gives me a little bit more time and space, especially going into the evening hours, to be able to do so. Now, as far as next week goes, you know, of course I do work as well, but I'll be off at 2:15. And what that means is I can catch the 341 bus home, and that bus, you know, likely turns into the 502 45 West bus that I used to take from Walmart, and that would take me home from there, and probably more than likely get me home by, I say, at least 5:40, 5:45, depending on how long it takes. So I should get home by, I would say, maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes to 6. Believe it or not, 10 minutes to 6. Even though I'd be off at 2:15, I'd be getting home 10 minutes to 6. That's just how it works, because, you know, Turlock, you know, they have a bigger, you know, they have more bus, they have just as much, if not more, bus stops than, you know, than Patterson, Crow's Landing, and Newman combined. Period. But yeah, basically that's the reason for this update, because of the fact I want to let you guys know that I'm going to probably be doing some videos into the evening on Tuesdays, even after work, because my mom is going to be off. The only thing I'm going to have to do to make sure that happens, which I should have done today, is turn on the computer before I leave and let it do its thing, so that it's set up and ready to go, hopefully, by the time I get back. But setting it up when I get home shouldn't be a problem. I should be able to at least get a few videos uploaded, and maybe even do a few videos at the house, you know, in the process, to contribute. Now, tomorrow I will be off, so I can do as much there as I want to. Thursday, of course, I do work. I work the same schedule I work today. And then Friday I work as well, but I also have to take the same bus I'm going to take today. So yeah, you know, it kind of is one of those situations to where, you know, you just got to you got to work with what you got, right? And then of course Saturday I work as well. But here's what's interesting: come Saturday, even though I have to be on the bus early in the morning to come here to work, if you will, but, well, not early, but I have to basically get the 9:28 bus to be here at work, you know, in time, and I get off at 4:15. The benefit about that is I'll be able to get up in plenty of time and probably do a few videos at the house. Probably do a few videos at the house, so that I'll have something ready for you guys to watch, you know, when I get back. That's pretty much how I see it, in my opinion. The other benefit, though, too, is it's daylight savings time now, so even if I have to wait for an hour at the Veterans Park in Patterson, I shouldn't have to worry that much, because, like I said before, the daylight scares off a lot of the cuckoos that come out at night. But anyway, though, guys, I just wanted to come on here and give you guys an idea of what's, you know, going to be happening now that, you know, daylight savings time's here, and, you know, my mom is going back to Bible study, and how that's going to affect the video scheduling for the channel and the content uploading for the channel as well. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are down below. Comment if you like, and I am out.